we're still trying to figure out Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
It feels like we're going to continue to still try to figure out Anthony Davis. Why is he such an enigma?
Somebody very influential in Lakerland said this to me 2 or 3 years ago. We don't really know what makes him tick, right? Like there's certain superstars who you understand who they are, right? Like at his core, like you kind of understood what Kobe was about. You understood what he wanted out of his career and out of every game. I think you understand what LeBron's about. I mean, LeBron, if Kobe wanted to be Michael, I think LeBron wanted to be Jay-Z, right? I mean, he's both a billionaire off the court and a mogul off the court, but a four-time champion wants to be five-time, six-time if he can on the court. To me, his closest comparison as a player is Magic, right? He's 6'9" and can distribute the ball. I don't know what makes Anthony Davis tick. Like, I don't know. Is he trying to be an all-time great center? Is he motivated by fear of like, I don't want to fall short? Is he motivated by, I want to prove myself to LeBron, or I want to shut Charles Barkley up with the street clothes stuff? Like, I don't know what it is that makes him in that fundamental sort of fire way tick.
But I wondered,
think that's
like Pau Gasol.
Yeah.
Pau didn't have that fiery temperament.
Right.
But it worked. Why did it work with Pau and you had Kobe there?
Yeah.
Staring him down. But is that what it takes? That, almost the fear of failure with Kobe there breathing down?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, literally Pau and Kobe. I mean, that was the black swan, white swan stuff. But I think two things about Pau Gasol. It's a great comparison. I thought Pau wanted to be excellent. Pau is a high achiever. He's like would have gone to medical school if he wasn't a basketball player. He is somebody who, when he messes up, when he doesn't bring his best in a game, he's disappointed in himself because he knows he can do better. Like he's your classic high achiever in school, high achiever in life. And when he disappoints himself, he disappoints. You don't need to even tell him, right? He already knows. Anthony Davis, I think a lot of times he gets down on himself when he is not playing up to his level. In 2020, I thought he was really motivated by LeBron. LeBron was sort of his Kobe, if you will, right? Like he wanted to impress LeBron. He wanted to prove to LeBron, like, I have the championship medal. I see LeBron talk to Anthony Davis the way Kobe talked to Pau, but it's not LeBron's personality. Like he's never going to black swan, white swan him. Right. He's never gonna try to motivate him in that way. And so I really think that it has to come from within with Anthony. The best person to talk to about Anthony usually is his dad. He's known him his whole life. He knows what motivates him. And he always tells me about the championship game in Kentucky, where Anthony didn't really have a great game, but he played lights out defense, and he had one of his best rebounding games, much like you saw in that Memphis series. And I think for Anthony, the key is really not to get down on himself, is to focus on what you can do for the team rather than what you're not doing when things are bad. Like a lot of what people in Lakerland talk about is keeping him up, keeping him from getting down on himself. And that's a different wiring for a superstar than you normally see.
Well, I noticed when you engage him early, then and he's successful early, then I know he's going to give me something at the other end as well. And it's almost like, later in Kareem's career, Magic got him engaged early.
Yeah.
So he didn't sort of drift a little bit. And that's game one, he was engaged. Game two, he never got it going. And there was a 3-minute stretch last night. I didn't know he was on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, I saw some of those defensive highlights. Like I like to read Anthony Slater's breakdown articles in The Athletic afterwards. And he had a couple of clips. And it was like AD on defense, and it was like he was just walking around. Like, and I was like, I've never seen AD walk around on defense. That to me is, I thought he was really fatigued after game one, and it was a quick turnaround. Like he played so hard every single one of those 44 minutes in game four. In game one. And I don't know if you can play with that level of force 2 games in a row with that short of a turnaround, and especially not when you're already down 20. Like I almost felt like it was close for a little while. They fell behind by too much, and then they're just kind of saving it for game 3 and 4 at home.